Good evening, Good evening, everybody. How are you tonight? Wonderful. Well, welcome. My name is Brett Walfish. I am the executive director and co-founder of the Rushmore Music Festival. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to our final faculty performance of our 2021 season, A Certain Fate. This has been an exciting program for us to put together, and it became that much more exciting for us just 2 days ago when we learned, unfortunately, that Haggai Shaham, who was supposed to be here joining us for this final concert, was unable to travel to the United States from Israel due to changes in the travel regulations put forth by the United States government. So he will not be joining us, unfortunately. So our entire program has changed for the night. For starters, I will not be here playing. I just get to announce and help run the technology for the evening because that's how things came together. But you have a very exciting program in store. We will have the Tchaikovsky piano trio. The first movement will be performed. That will be followed by the Rachmaninoff trio. We'll have a short intermission to change the stage a little bit. Our wonderful quartet in residence, the Pioneri Quartet, actually is getting to join us for this concert, where they will play two movements, one by Arriaga and then one from the Shostakovich third string quartet. And we will complete our program with movements from the Doomkey piano trio. It's kind of a potpourri, which brings us back to our initial days as a festival where we did a lot of potpourri concerts and pick and chosen movements for all of you. So now that I've told you all about the program today, I'd like to thank all of you for being here, those of you at home for tuning in on our live stream. I'd like to direct your attention, as always, to our wonderful concert booklet. All of our students are only able to be here thanks to the generosity of individual donors, granting organizations, corporate sponsorships, ad revenue. So all the organizations that have put an ad in our program have sponsored us and made this possible. So treat this as your shopping guide. Please support them. They're wonderful. Thank your local state representatives. It's important to note that this project is partially funded by the City of Rapid City through the Arts Investment Grant, managed and dispersed by the Rapid City Arts Council. The South Dakota Arts Council support is provided with funds from the state of South Dakota through the Department of Tourism and the National Endowment for the Arts. So before I leave the stage now and turn it over for the concert, I want to talk a little bit about a program that we have that often gets not talked about as much, which is our audience engagement program. This is where we teach our students how to interact with the audience from the stage, both how I am now, just speaking with you, but also how they can become more communicative on their instruments. It's a program that is very near and dear to us. It's our way of kind of bridging the gap between their lessons, which are so intense, and it gives them a fun outlet that's totally non-musical to learn self-expression as well. And I mention this to you because a lot of our highlights of the past 2 weeks of working with these students have actually been seeing their enthusiasm as they've developed as humans, as performers, as people that simply, they play music, but they're not a violinist or a cellist. They're a musician. They're an artist. And it's because of these audience engagement classes that are actually led by our wonderful piano tuner, Josh Zabata, that make all this possible for them. One of the highlights that came from that was where they were simply introducing themselves and they were engaging in little drama back and forth games. And I got to watch it, and they were just having the best time. And then this happens to be the 100th year of Piazzolla, which leads to our final student concert tomorrow night. So following the solo performances and the chamber music performances and competition, we are having a chamber orchestra where all of our students will get up on this stage right here, and in honor of Piazzolla's 100th birthday, they will play Libertango and Oblivion to finish our summer season. Well, we figured, how can you learn to play tango and not learn to dance it? Well, one of our counselors, Sebastian Fernandez, happens to be a very, very phenomenal tango dancer and teacher. So we said, what better thing to do than to teach them all to dance some tango? they begged us for a tango dancing competition. Apparently, I didn't get to see it, but I saw the highlights. They were phenomenal, and they've embraced every opportunity that we have here because of what we're able to do for them. So as you continue attending our concerts, supporting us through your private donations, getting businesses and different organizations to support us, know that it really is making a difference, and you're going to see it tomorrow night when you come to our final student performance. So without much further ado, I'd like to turn this program over now to the faculty who are performing and invite you to just sit back and enjoy a wonderful, wonderful concert. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us for the conclusion of the 7th